Drewski McGillicuddy's Rob Zombies. Is it a Rob Zombies Halloween 2 movie review? Hey everybody, it's Drewski McGillicuddy, and here I am, a big fucking hypocrite, and I made that Halloween rant, and I just did my Halloween live stream, and now here I am talking about fucking Halloween again, but it's okay, because it's fucking Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Okay, and before we get started with the review, I want to talk about my theater experience with Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 from 2009, because it's one of the worst theater experiences that I've ever had, and I think that played a lot into me not liking this movie the first time I saw it. So there we are, we're in the dark theater, everybody's behaving themselves, we're watching the movie. 15 minutes into the movie, here comes a large group of people, and dude comes in, "Hey man, where my hat?" And just, continues to yell that. And it's like, and then my hero, a couple rows behind me, yells, "Hey man, shut the fuck up and sit down." And I clapped a little bit. But then, the scene where, and I had noticed this dude, there was this dude, and he had like a little strong hand, and he kept walking around going, "Fuck this, man, fuck this," and just kept walking around in circles. And the part where Michael eats the dog, he yells, "Man, that's some nasty motherfucking shit," which he ain't wrong, but it's like, sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up, okay? Just shut the fuck up. Anyway, so I hadn't seen this movie since it came out on video back when Blockbuster was a thing. So it's been almost 9-10 years since I've seen this. And I don't really remember my thoughts on it watching it last time. I just know that all I could remember is how stupid the white horse stuff was. And how unnecessary having Sherry Moon Zombie in this movie is. Because we start out the movie where Sherry's going to the hospital to see Michael, or whatever the hell it's called, to see Michael. And that's fine. But then it's like, who the fuck is this kid? I don't even know who the fuck. That's not Michael Audrey Myers. You're fucking kidding me. But yeah, the one thing that bothers me more than anything about that scene is the scene later where it shows Dr. Loomis talking to Michael after whatever and telling him that his mother was never going to come see him again. Obviously, because she killed herself, but Michael had already stopped talking by that point, so for him to be talking in that video is ridiculous. And the fact that if you couldn't get the original kid, or the original kid was too tall, there's this shit called movie magic. But aside from that, who gives a fuck if he was too tall? If you had to get a different actor, in the first movie, Michael had stopped wearing the fucking mask. So why couldn't you have just put a fucking mask on this kid? And then it wouldn't have made a difference. Nobody would have fucking been the goddamn wiser. But no, they didn't think to fucking do that. Because that's another thing that ruined this movie throughout. With not only Sherry Moon Zombie with the stupid fucking white horse, little Michael Myers not wearing his mask. Like, it would have been one thing. Like, I think it would have maybe worked if he had the fucking clown mask on the whole time. I mean, because why wouldn't he? He always had the mask on in the other movie. Once he started killing people, he always had the mask. So why have a different kid that looks nothing like the other kid that can't even act, for one thing? Like, this kid's, I get it, he's playing a stoic psychopath. But it's just so wooden. But aside from all that stupid fucking bullshit, this movie's pretty fucking awesome. And I don't know why I never noticed it. I mean, I guess it's just, I've always been distracted by the white horse and then the god-awful ending. But we'll talk about the god-awful ending when we get to it. So we want to start out, I get where he was going. I mean, even the intro of the movie at the hospital, the dream sequence, everything about that scene was fucking amazing, except for the paramedic or the coroner guy talking about fucking corpses. Like that was like, seriously, Rob, come on, god damn it. Like, we don't need everybody in your movie to be just the worst person ever. But anyway, the scene itself is absolutely amazing. And I think it's funny because when they hit the cow, the dude says fuck. And I'm pretty sure 31 times. That's pretty clever. It says fuck 31 times, and Halloween is on October 31st. So anyway, I thought that was funny because I told Sarah, I said, here, sit here and count how many times this dude says fuck. But anyway, what were we talking about? So you find out it's a dream sequence, but I love the whole opening. So anyway, Laurie wakes up from the dream, and I gotta say, I do like the direction Rob takes Laurie's character. I believe how traumatized she is from the events that happened in the first one. And I think Scout Taylor Thompson, for the most part in this movie, does a lot better than she did in the first one. Not that she was bad in the first one, but just this one, she really hones in her skills with playing the traumatized victim. Okay. But anyway, so yeah, then we have Michael, and he's just a nomad walking around with a Grizzly Adams beard. Now, the first time I saw this, I didn't necessarily like it too much, but watching it this time, I guess it is fairly realistic. It's not like he's going to walk around with the mask on the whole time. Plus, it's easier to blend into the background if you're not wearing a mask. So he just walks around looking like a hobo. And I do really absolutely love the scene where he's walking through the field and the hillbillies come up on him and don't want him on his property. Granted, they have every right to not want strangers on their property, but just this scene is just so brutal, and I absolutely love it. I mean, all the kills in this movie are absolutely brutal, and I love them, except for one, but we'll talk about that here in a second. But yeah, like I said, just every time you see the White Horse or fucking Sherry Moon Zombie or young Michael Myers, it takes me out of the movie, because there's so many amazing scenes in this movie where all of a sudden they fucking show them standing in the background, and it's like, oh my fucking god. Like, I just wish I could get my hands on the negatives of this movie and I could cut it together and just take all of that fucking shit out of it, because without all that shit in it, this is a really fucking scary and intense movie. But anyway, also Laurie's friends that she meets that work at the record store, I do enjoy them. Like, you would think that they'd be annoying, which the one girl, the slutty girl's kind of annoying, but I like her. That van scene, that van scene's absolutely wonderful, but I don't like the kid playing the wolf. I get it, like, he's a virgin and she's just, wanting to get laid, so she picks the first guy she sees or something. But his kill, when he fucking stabs the dude to the tree and it shakes, like, you feel it, like, and that's one proper use of shaky cam. And then busting through the window and strangling her is just great. It's just wonderful. But then we get to that kill I was talking about. Laurie comes home from the party, and while she's at the party, Michael breaks into the house, and just, I like the scene where she's standing Annie's standing in the bathroom, and she shuts the cabinet, and the mirror shows Michael standing behind her, and just once it goes into slow motion and that dreadful music just starts playing, like, that's what I'm fucking talking about. Like, Rob Zombie is a fucking amazing director, and honestly, aside from all the dumb shit that I mentioned previous, his writing wasn't that bad in this movie. There wasn't so much over the top. Just, I mean, you had the coroner talking about fucking the dead chicks, and then this asshole at the Halloween party that's doing the hosting. He was kind of annoying. But other than that, the dialogue in this movie's not so terrible. Like the stuff that people talk about when the characters are talking to each other. But anyway, so then when Laurie comes home from the party, now I forgot to talk about how when she finds out that she's fucking Michael Myers' sister, and that's why she goes to the party anyway, because she just finds this out and she just wants to go out, party, get drunk. Because that is a really good scene when she finds out that she's Michael Myers' sister, and then when she goes home and has the fight with Annie. Even though Annie didn't know, she had nothing to do with it, and then she tells Annie to tell her Dad, Angel says fuck you. So yeah, keep that in mind. All this stuff, the last thing she did was get in a fight with Annie, and then she goes to this party. And then she comes back. And that adds fucking weight to this fucking scene. Because this scene is fucking traumatizing to even me. When she goes up and she finds Annie, just her reaction and her delivery and her performance and the music. Honestly, I teared up. I teared up. And then, 5 minutes later, Sheriff Brackett comes home and he finds Annie, and the music swells, and then here comes the fucking waterworks again, even harder than last time. It's like, fuck you, Rob Zombie, make me cry watching a fucking horror movie, you piece of shit. But yeah, I fucking cried even harder. I didn't take a picture the second time. But yeah, and it was uncontrollable. It's not like I was like, I just, the tears swelled and rolled down my face, and I just looked at Sarah. I was like, I don't know why I'm crying, but this is hard to watch without crying. And she's like she's not crying, like she don't give a shit. But let me know in the comments section if Annie's death fucking hit you right in the fucking heartstrings, because it sure as fuck hit me in the fucking heartstrings. But anyway, then Michael had already broken in and chased Laurie out. So they get word that he's held up in this shack. And then this is where the movie kind of gets worse. Because could you just imagine if maybe Sherry Moon Zombie and that not Michael Myers kid weren't in this fucking scene, and maybe Michael just had her fucking chained up in the goddamn shed, and that's why she couldn't fucking get up and leave? Like, how hard would that have been? Like, you just had to have your fucking wife in this goddamn movie and ruin the fucking ending. Not only that, did I even talk about how Dr. Loomis is a complete fucking piece of shit in this movie? And I fucking hate him. Oh, God, see, I was trying to do the best I could. But hey, at least I remembered it. I remembered it before it was too late. Dr. Loomis in this movie is a fucking piece of shit. All he cares about is fame and fortune, and I'm glad he got a fucking made an ass of on national television with Chris Hardwick. I mean, just the way that he talks to the people at that fucking meeting about the book. He starts calling them imbeciles or whatever the hell he says to them. It's like, fuck you, dude. Who are you? You're just some doctor. You're some washed up doctor that almost got killed. And you never probably gave a shit about none of your fucking patients. You're not fucking the Dr. Loomis that we all know and love. You're just some fucking hollow shell of whatever. I don't fucking know. But anyway, so then I do like how Sheriff Brackett punches Dr. Loomis in the face. That's great. But other than that, I think they should have just, maybe if they would have just left Sherry Moon out of the whole thing, it wouldn't have been that bad. But yeah, we get to the end, and Michael comes out, or Michael throws Loomis out of the shed and stabs him. And he says, die! And it made me mad. It made me real mad. But from the brutality of Tyler Mane in this movie, could you imagine? I know I said something previously about Rob Zombie directing a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, which Tyler Mane could play Leatherface. But I was also thinking he could play Jason Voorhees. Now, I know Derek Mears did a really good job, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the 2009 remake, but god damn, Tyler Mane, he's like a force of nature in this movie. And I think he would fucking nail Jason Voorhees. But anyway, we're not here to fucking talk about that. We're talking about how the fucking end of this movie could have been a hell of a lot better had Rob Zombie not had his head up his fucking wife's ass. But then Laurie comes out, and I think she goes to stab Dr. Loomis, and then they shoot her, which is, whatever, I guess it wasn't that bad. That would have been a fine place to end the movie, make everybody think she's dead, or maybe not even shot her. I don't know. But then we start playing one of the worst covers of Love Hurts I've ever heard in my life. All the music in this movie has been wonderful up to this point, by the way. Even that band that's playing at the Halloween party, those songs were cool. I dug it. But then this song I hate it. I don't like it. And then a fucking horse walking down the hallway. Which that reminds me, I forgot about this whole other scene where I guess she's having flashback, or she's having visions of killing Annie. I forgot to bring that up earlier. See, I'm all over the place. I didn't write none of this down. I'm unprofessional. I don't know what to do. But yeah, it's fucking stupid. Like, I don't know if I can find an image from the scene I'm talking about. I mean, here's one I found. I know I found for sure. But there's like a bunch of jack-o'-lanterns sitting around a table, and Boo's sitting there, and he's like, I found Boo. Fucking stupid. Why did you put that in here? I get it. You used to direct your own music videos or something. Like, what the fuck is this? This is supposed to be a Halloween movie. Just make fucking Halloween and save this shit for your other fucking movies. Because, I like your other fucking movies. But this doesn't belong in a Halloween movie. It doesn't make any sense. I don't want to see Michael Myers' visions of himself and his mother. Because his mother wasn't evil, so I don't see why she'd be walking around telling him, kill them, Michael. It's time to come home. But anyway, here I am rambling on again when I'm just trying to talk about the ending and how dumb this is with her walking down the fucking hallway, and then there's fucking Laurie. I'm crazy now. Fucking stupid. But aside from that, and all the fucking white horse fucking nonsense, this movie kicks fucking ass. It's extremely well directed. I just love the grit and the grime, and it feels like a Rob Zombie's Halloween. And then, Michael Myers is fucking badass. I mean, honestly, probably the second best Michael Myers, even better than his performance in the first movie. Like, this is the second best Michael Myers of the franchise. I'm pretty sure. I have to sit down and think about it. But yeah. And then, the side characters that you would assume you probably wouldn't like, they're not that bad. So, overall, this movie's pretty fucking good. So, I don't know what to grade it. It's better than Halloween 2018. Anyway, what do you think about Rob Zombie's Halloween 2? Do you think if he would have left all the bullshit out that this movie would probably be the second fucking best movie in the motherfucking franchise? Because there's a possibility. It's a possibility. It's also a possibility that Cody Leach was right this whole time. What are the chances of that? Anyway, if you like this video, please consider clicking the like button. And if you're new, consider clicking the subscribe button. I'm gonna get better at this one of these days. I'm gonna learn how to make YouTube videos. For this past year, I've just been practicing. Anyway, I've got to go. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.